Polito. Salutations and greetings. Namaste. Light and love. What's up, family? It's your brother Makai, back with another video. But before we get into it, we need to go ahead and pay this homage. I pay homage to all the ancestors, known and unknown, those that came before me. They contributed to my bloodline to even get me to this place of consciousness. Respect and love to all the ascended masters, to all the angelic beings, to all the fairies, to all my spiritual allies that are on my side and are working on behalf of me and my intentions. I thank my spiritual parents, Venus, Papa Legba. I thank my earthly family as well. Let's get to it, family. Today is Wednesday. We ain't got no time to play. Wednesday is about communication because it's under the planet Mercury. If you've been in the spiritual game for a while or you're a newbie, we have experiences that we go through which are called Mercury retrogrades. During this time, we are to sit and go internal and research, to reset, to relearn, and to elevate our minds. This is a time for reset. So today, Wednesday. So we can say it's hump day or midweek, I'd like to say. So the significance of communication being in the middle is pretty much a very powerful concept, because every foundation and everything you create is all based on communication. Manifesting is emanating or projecting your verbal or your what you want to call it, chants or mantras into the universe with anticipation of that energy returning to you increased and manifested. So the most important thing is communication. We do a lot of talking. We do a lot of praying. We do a lot of asking, but we don't do much listening. We need to begin to meditate and sit down and listen and get that notebook, that diary with that pen, and get your auto writing on, because you're not going to remember everything, because our ancestors didn't have books. They didn't have laptops. They didn't have things to record this. So a lot of the information was disseminated within the tribes and carried on for traditions. But we live in a technological age, the age of Aquarius, which is pretty much changing life right before our eyes. And that's another form of communication. So the communication that I'm speaking of is communication with the Most High, with whatever religion or whatever deity, whether it's your guides. It's you having a deeper and stronger connection so that when that energy is accessed, that you can get the fullness out of the intention or the fullness from the message. The most important concept of spirituality, I would say, is this, because it is the aftermath or the physical residuals of the physical work that you put in from your sweat equity. So if I'm constantly doing a specific ritual because I need to get this amount of money or I need to heal this or that, and I'm having success, that means that my lines of communication with that energy are pristine. So what's the significance with that? The significance is if you know who to communicate with, there's other people you don't have to communicate with. Why would you go to an individual that can't disseminate the correct information and right knowledge to help you navigate on this physical plane? Why would you go to someone who's never had a business and ask them for business advice? Because everybody has an opinion, but it stinks like a butthole. So now you got to ask yourself, am I going to trust what this person said to me that I didn't go to, that just volunteered me the information? Or am I going to believe this person? Am I going to believe what's in my heart? Am I going to believe the messages that I receive from the spirit? Or am I going to be swayed and deterred because some other individual has a different perspective on my life? The first question you need to ask yourself is, who did you communicate with to even get this information to give it to me? And if you communicated with something that I don't resonate with, then that information can't be for me, because I have a team already. It's unseen, but I have a team. We all have a team. We all have spirit allies. There you go. You can see the book there. Communication is deep. Why you not calling on the angels? Why you not calling on elementals? Why you not calling on the nature spirits? Why not? Communication is key. You want a different reality? Hey, if I know hidden names, if I know names that you know, if I'm calling out Barakiel and I understand what that entity does and what that entity is over, then guess what? Things are going to manifest in my life and look totally different than yours because we're not using the same polarities, but we're all going in the same direction. Because even up is down, down is up. The analogy to that is every level, another devil. But guess what? Even when you just elevated and went up, there was a devil up there. There was a devil up here. You went from here to here, but when you got here, there was a devil up there as well. So that lets you know that there's many pathways to enlightenment. You know, you can say you got the left path. You can say you got the right path. You can say you're in the gray path. But the key ingredient of this is communication and how well you communicate and how well you can effectuate your words and what words mean what and how to set your intention. So communication is key, especially when you're speaking into yourself. When you're looking in that mirror, you want to say, right now, my attitude is gratitude. I thank the universe for everything that they provided for me. I thank God, the Most High, the Creator, for giving me the abilities and the tenacity to understand that I don't need Him to remove the obstacles. I just need Him or her to give me the strength to overcome the obstacles. I don't want to keep coming back to the same energy. I want to master this. I want to understand how to provoke that energy. I want to know how to utilize that energy in my life. And this is communication. It's communication. It's if you're going to God with an offering, I recommend you bring your heart. That's probably the greatest offering you can ever give is the heart, because that's what He's checking for anyway. That's what she's checking for anyway. You know, we could talk about the principles of Mayat, but that's a whole nother thing with the heart and the feather. But the most important thing is communication. Communication. Make sure that you're communicating with yourself and whatever your power source is, that you're seeing results in your life. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, you keep doing that. And as time progresses on, the pantheons will change and the levels of consciousness will increase. Because the more you take in that information, the more you fine-tune that body, the mind begins to transform, because that's still information. That's still communication. So the most important aspect of this communication is the listening part. Anybody can talk about it, but now when you listen, it's something you got to do. Now I have to go. Now I asked God for this particular thing. He said, here. Now I got to do something. He didn't just give it to me for nothing. Obviously, if He gave it to me or she gave it to me, I was worthy to receive it. But now they're going to sit back and say, okay, what you going to do with it? What you going to do with that talent? You going to go to the grave with it? What you going to do with that information? Are you going to utilize it, or are you just going to talk about it? So communication is key on this Wednesday. Remember, you need to be communicating with yourself. When negative thoughts come to your mind, hey, wait, I'm greatness. I'm light. I'm love. I am beyond what my mind can even fathom of my greatness. Communication is very key, because it keeps the mind in that same algorithm. You want that mind in that same algorithm. I'm light. I'm love. I am wealthy. Why? Because the law of attraction, you're going to pull those things to you. But if you allow your mind to just run wild because you watch the TV program, because that's communication too, whether you went down your timeline today and saw all the COVID-19 or all the race war, these are no more than distractions to distract you from what? From you, the chosen one, the one that's highly favored, the one that's called, the one that was chosen at birth, that chose to come back down here through the sun, moon, and the stars. So the key word, family, today is communication. But make sure you're communicating with yourself and understand you're communicating with your spiritual allies. Being able to disseminate, or interpret the information and apply it to your physical situation. So hey, family, it's your brother Makai. Light, love, peace. My attitude is gratitude. I think everyone out there that's on this journey everyone out here that's been through something, whether you lost loved ones, whether you lost a life, you know, usually when you evolve, you become the black sheep of your family, and it's okay. He said, let me separate the sheep from the goat. Hey, I can't make this up, people. It's your brother Makai. Light, love, peace. Remember, the word of the day is communication. Peace, family.